Alright, so the last thing left in group 2 is to discuss why the thermal stability of group 2 carbonates and group 2 nitrates increases down the group. To discuss that, I've got to first teach you the idea of ion polarization. Now, what is ion polarization? Ion polarization is the term used to define when a particular, you could say, electron cloud distorts. Because generally speaking, we have always drawn ions where the electron cloud is completely spherical. Let me show you an example. Like here, this would be how I'd represent sodium and chloride ions. And the sodium and chloride being larger, but we draw them as spheres because we assume that the electrons are equally distributed across the whole ion. And that is the case for 1 plus and 1 minus ions. But it doesn't stay true if the ions charges change, especially the cations. And the reason for that is that the cations, in addition to attracting the overall ion, negative ion, are as because they're positive, they also attract individual electrons in this cloud. So when I increase the charge for 2 plus, then let's say I make this 2 plus, what will happen is that the electrons inside this cloud will be attracted more towards the 2 plus on this side because there's no 2 plus here for a second, or that's further away. So when I look at a 2 plus ion next to a 1 minus ion, this is what starts to happen. You'll notice that the cloud is no longer spherical. It is bending and pointing. In fact, it starts to look like an egg, and one area has more. So this area has slightly more electron density. And this distortion is what I call ion polarization. So basically, slowly, this starts to distort the negative ion. And why is that? Because the cations increase in charge, which means the charge density increases. It's really all about charge density. So when I go down this list, the charge density increases, which means the attraction for the negative electrons increases. So they more tend to move towards the positive ion. The effect is more enhanced if I look at a 3 plus ion. So here you have a 3 plus ion. Look at that effect. The 3 plus being so highly positive has a very high charge density, ends up pulling the electrons towards itself even more, and the distortion increases by an even larger amount. So what's really happening here is that if I go down this list, right here, the charge, in this case, the charge of the cations is increasing, which means that the charge density increases. Now, if the charge density increases, the attraction for the electrons increases. And as a result, when the anion in this case, could be any anion as long as it's a large enough anion, and large because then the nucleus doesn't have the same effect on the outer electrons. The larger the anion, the less effect the nucleus has for the outer electrons. So then they can be easily distorted by somebody else. So when the charge density of the cations increases, the distortion, or what we call polarization, increases.
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover at Alt Academy, where we break down every A-level concept with the same clarity. Now back to the video lesson.
Which, by the way, is something that you might recognize, that aluminum, having a 3 plus charge, distorts its cloud so much that we've studied this, that we can call this distortion can also be linked to covalent character. We don't do that in A-level chemistry at all, but the idea is that it's this distortion that increases covalent character, which then ends up making things like AlCl3, AlBr3 covalent, not ionic, because this distortion in the end results in an overlap of the two clouds, and an overlap of the two clouds is what is covalent. So the basic idea is, what you need to know for this chapter is that as whatever can increase the charge density, right now I've increases charges and the size remains the same, so charge density is increasing, which means the distortion on the anion will increase. And this distortion is why we can explain the thermal stability of group 2 nitrates and carbonates. All right. Now let's talk about group 2 carbonates first. Here is a diagram of, we could say this is a group 2 carbonate. Now, it could be any cation. It's a large charge, right? And carbonate ions. Now, what are carbonate ions? Remember, carbonate ions are CO3 2 minus. And what we want to do eventually, by the way, is that when we decompose this fellow, remember, carbonate is a large anion. When any carbonate, group 2 carbonate decomposes, we are looking to make X oxide and carbon dioxide. So somehow we can explain the decomposition using this idea of distortion. But here what I've shown you is that carbonate is clearly distorted because it's a 2 plus ion, so greater charge density, then there's distortion right here. So using this idea, let's explain how how does the thermal stability of group 2 carbonates increases down a group. So we're looking at the thermal stability of group 2 carbonates, meaning that what we're talking about is that we want group 2 carbonates to decompose. So any group 2 carbonate that decomposes becomes an oxide, right? So any carbonate becomes an oxide and gives off carbon dioxide. Now, in terms of carbonate ions, what's really happening is that it's becoming an O2 minus ion and giving off CO2. That's what's happening in terms of the carbonate ions. And what we know is that as we go down, what we know, this is already done in AS level, is that down the group, the thermal stability increases for group 2 carbonates. Which means, what does it mean? It means that down the group, it requires greater temperatures to decompose group 2 carbonates. Which means if something requires greater temperatures, it is harder to do. So what they're saying is that down the group, it is harder to decompose a group 2 carbonate. So let's look at some group 2 carbonates. And let's use ion polarization to explain that. So here, this is the ion polarization in magnesium carbonate. It's a 2 plus ion, so the carbonate is distorted somewhat. The electrons are pointing towards magnesium. But now I want to go down to what's below magnesium. When I look at magnesium, I know that I go from magnesium, calcium, strontium, all the way down to barium. So when I go down this list, what happens? The charge remains the same, but the size increases. Now when the cation size increases, but the charge remains the same, then if the cation charge remains the same, the size increases, charge density decreases. So what kind of polarization am I expecting from between calcium and carbonate? Calcium being larger has lower charge density, and we have done that if charge density increases, polarization increases. So for calcium, the charge density decreases, and if you notice, I've drawn as less polarization of the carbonate ion. And then when you go down even more, if you look at this, so when you go down the group, the cations are getting larger, so size is increasing, but charge density is decreasing. That results in this the ion to become less polarized. So the polarization decreases. Now when the polarization decreases, it's pretty obvious then. Because look, very simply, the more polarized something is, the more distorted something is, the easier it is to break it up. So between this carbonate and this carbonate, this one is more distorted in magnesium. Because it's more distorted, it requires less heat to break up because it's already disfigured. Something that's distorted, disfigured is easier to break. Something that is regular, structured, not disfigured is harder to break. So magnesium carbonate requires less energy to break, and barium carbonate requires more energy to break. So down the group, even though polarization decreases, that's why thermal stability increases. Or you could say the temperature for decomposition increases. And so now you can explain why. So they'll ask you, okay, so explain the thermal stability of group 2 carbonates. You'd say that for group 2 carbonates, down the group, the size of the cations increase, the charge remains the same. So charge density decreases, which means the polarization or the distortion of the anion decreases, which therefore results in greater thermal stability. That's for group 2 carbonates. And the same applies for group 2 nitrates. Exactly the same. Just replace carbonates with nitrates, which, by the way, if you remember, group 2 nitrates will decompose on heating to produce an oxide, but two different gases, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. And this is also about the nitrates decomposing, you know, and the nitrates decomposing, two of them, to make an oxide, two NO2s and half O2. And their thermal decomposition also thermal stability also increases down the group, just like thermal for carbonates. And that's the data that you study in AS. The reason is the same reason is down the group the cation size increases, magnesium, calcium, barium. The charge density decreases, which means the polarization of the anions decreases, and they become more stable to heat. That's it. Yeah. And that ends the reasons why the thermal stability of group 2 carbonates and nitrates increase down the group.
Hey there! If you found this A-level chemistry lesson helpful, why don't you head over to our website, altacademy.org, where you can sign up for the full A-level chemistry course. In addition to chemistry, you can sign up for physics, biology, math, or 4 other A-level subjects. Thousands of students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?